So what is new in the new build world with Toll Brothers? Hey everybody, it's Alyson with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. It's feeling a little like early Christmas for me as builders are starting to announce new communities, new locations, and Toll is also in on that game, giving us 2 new active communities in the South Denver area with a few more on the docket. First up, since this community is open and it has models for you to tour, we're looking at Heights at DTC. This is a modern urban style community in an infill location in Centennial that is crazy convenient because it is very near I-25, far enough away you won't have a ton of road noise, close to Dry Creek, which means you have a short commute into the tech center, and its location puts you close to Park Meadows, other retail spaces, food, office space, and based on current school zoning, it feeds directly into Cherry Creek High School. Toll is offering 3 floor plans in here, 1,800 to about 2,000 square feet, but there are 2 configurations for each floor plan. One of those is with a rooftop deck and one is without the rooftop deck. The price difference between the 2 is just shy of 6 figures. These modern 3-story homes are 2 to 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, 2 half bathrooms. You definitely get the garage space, 2 garages. And while it's still low maintenance living, you get a decent sized yard, about 10 feet by 40 feet, and Toll is doing the fencing for you when you move in. You do have to maintain that fencing over the life of it, but they're gonna maintain all the front yard, the exterior landscaping, whatever you do on the inside of that fence is all up to you. So you could put up a cabana, you could put in a hot tub, you could do turf that's fake so you don't have to deal with any maintenance there. You've got a space for your dog to go to the bathroom when the snow and the cold is horrible. So you've got a lot of flexibility in that yard space. It's a lot more than you would usually find when you're in a townhome or a duplex where you get a little tiny side yard and you're right up against your neighbor. That 10 by 40 is very nice. HOA dues are coming in at $355 a month. The tax rate is fantastic. We do not have a metro district here that has rates over 1%. It is just 0.65%, which is on par with what you see in established neighborhoods all across the Denver metro area. Snow removal over 2 inches will be conducted by the vending team, so you don't have to really do much snow removal. That front landscaping is taken care of, as I mentioned. And if this interests you, Toll is currently running incentives, and they're pretty good in this community. Right now, you get $40,000 off of options. You get $10,000 toward closing costs if you use Toll Brothers Mortgage. And for a few of the first buyers, because they just opened, they're doing half off of lot premiums. And almost every lot is available to choose and build on. And there are some good ones that have a larger overall lot. You're going to have a lot of privacy, a lot of space. Next up is Ken Carroll Ranch. This one is finally open for sale. So we have talked about this one. It has been on our radar. We've been very excited about this community, but it is finally open for sale. However, no models yet to go in and tour. All of the dirt is still moving, but they know how excited people have been, so they are pre-selling before the models even open up, and there has been a lot of interest. The Ken Carroll Ranch community is going to be 115 acres with 250 homes, 2 collections, vistas, and overlook. As the name implies, the community sits inside the boundaries of Ken Carroll, which is a large HOA, so you get access to all the amenities like campsites, the equestrian facilities, pool, tennis, workout facilities, open space, thousands of acres of open space, miles of trails that are private to the community. In this neighborhood, the builder's also going to add a new park. And for those of you who are nature lovers, being on this side of town gets you close to so much nature. You've got Chatfield State Park, Deer Creek Canyon Park, Waterton Canyon, Lara the Bear. And for our golfers, Meadows Golf Club is just right next door. You might be thinking for all of this, the HOA dues are going to be crazy. Actually, they're not. The HOA dues are only $68 a month. However, the tax rate is higher over here, that metro district. Let's fund all of the infrastructure. We're at 1.022%. So it's not the highest in the South Denver area. That's about a 1.25%, but we still are over 1% on the taxes over here. Additionally, the HOA does get you with a kicker. They ask for $2,500 up front when you buy a property and are coming in as a new owner. So Toll is taking appointments for sales now. They aren't doing a VIP process anymore, but I just went through the VIP process for the very first launch phase on this and learned quite a bit about the community. So let me share some of my insights with you. Between the Vistas and the Overlook collections, there are 10 floor plans. 3 of them are ranch. There is an additional floor plan with a main floor primary, and several floor plans have a main floor bed and bath. That combination is important because appraisers and really those of us who are looking for a main floor bedroom don't consider the bedroom functional unless we've got a full bath there for our guests to use with the shower included. All of the floor plans are new except for one, so even though they're using the Overlook collection as a name and they have that collection elsewhere in the metro area, they did not just bring over all those floor plans, they created new ones just for this community. In both collections, you're going to see 9-foot to 10-foot ceilings, depending on plan. You're going to see 3-car tandem garages. So both collections have 3-car tandem garages, which is great. That extra space is so helpful. Most cars aren't going to fit in that third bay unless you have a tiny little sports car or a hobby car, but you can put all of the toys, all of the stuff, the workshop, the garbage cans, the kids' bikes, all of the things, the kayaks in that third space, so you have full access for the front end for the vehicles. Here's where the differences shake out. The Vistas collection, it has smaller lots substantially. The Overlook collection gets much larger lots. And then size, of course. The Vistas collection starts at 1,800 square feet, goes to just over 3,100 square feet, and it ranges from 3 to 5 bedrooms. And those floor plans come with 2 to 4.5 bathrooms. Toll is also giving this collection a full, unfinished basement included in the price. The Overlook collection is ranging from 2,500 to 3,800 square feet. These models automatically start at 4 bedrooms. You can go up to 5 bedrooms. Of course, the bathroom count's going to go up with it, right? 3 to 5.5 bathrooms as well. A big difference here, and big on the budget, is that a partial unfinished basement is what's included from Toll. If you want the full footprint of your basement to be available to you for future finishing, future use, even to leave it unfinished and have family use to play in or a hobby space, you have to pay for that full excavation. Now, Toll does not even finish basements, so it's not an option to have it excavated and then finished. You have to do that aftermarket, which is running somewhere over $65 a square foot. The smaller your space, the more expensive on a square foot basis it is. I would say we're almost getting into the $70+ a square foot for a company to come in and manage and be your GC. If you want to handle that, you could probably get that cost down. But you have to then pay to go from partial to full. Then you're finishing later. Now, we talked about so many pluses of being over in the King Carroll area, and this community has almost all pluses. It is worth noting that there is a downside, and that is its proximity to C470. The dirt that is moving is butt up right against C470. Now, not all the homes are going to be subject to heavy highway noise at all times, but there are homes on the south border that really, when they look out their window, they're going to see cars going by all the time. Now, if they can look past that, they're going to be seeing the hogback just to the south, which is great. It's beautiful, but the highway noise is going to be there. So you have to have a sense or an openness to a little bit of urbanness in the community. There are much quieter spots that you can be in King Carroll, but if you're wanting new construction on the west side of town, the spots are so limited. So this is going to go fast no matter which lot is available. As we've come to expect with Toll, things add up quickly, right? So when I went to the VIP appointment with my buyers, we priced out a midpoint home in the Vistas collection. Their goal was to stay under $900,000. So they picked a home that had 4 bedrooms, was in the 800s. Before they got to electrical and design and just did the lot and the structurals, they were already at $870. So they did not feel like they could make it work to be under $900,000 and have the home that they wanted. This is just par for the course with Toll, right? You get a beautiful home. You have so much opportunity to select and design and create everything that you want, but you are going to pay for it. So homes in here are going to be finishing in the high 8s, mid 9s, and well over $1 million, particularly when you get into that Overlook collection. The incentive right now, and of course it may change, is $20,000 off of options. All right, if you want the scoop on a few more communities that are yet to come, stay tuned. First up, we have Parkview on Platte coming in Littleton. This will be along Santa Fe, roughly at Mineral, where Aspen Grove is. This is along the South Platte, hence its name. This will be a gated community of townhome style living, so all attached product. It says on the website they're going to open in fall 2024, but we're in fall 2024 and I haven't seen anything about it yet. So with builders, everything gets pushed pretty quickly and easily. It may be at the very end of this year. It could come out in another 4 weeks. So we will see. But they'll have 3 collections. They'll have a 4-plex townhome where all 4 units will be in one building. They're going to have a row home style, so they'll have 4 or 5 of these townhomes that are put together in a single row. Then they're going to have a 3-plex. This is their most high-end building, and they have an opportunity for rooftop decks on these. These will be staggered from each other, which is perfect because as you stagger them, you get more opportunities for windows, more light in the building. The rooftop decks will have a little more privacy because they'll be offset from each other. All of these buildings, all of the type of product they're producing is going to have a 2-car garage, so you're going to have private covered parking. The size ranges, it's pretty dramatic. We start at 1,400-ish square feet for the smaller collection and go to 3,400 square feet in the larger collection. Next up is Toll Brothers at Cherry Creek Trail. This is just over 100 lots of all ranch homes. So the positioning for this community is near Alyson Ranch in Parker. This little enclave of homes is going to be situated between Alyson Ranch and Parker Road. Half of the lots that are available are going to be on open space, so there is opportunity for some privacy, a little quiet from neighbors. And if you want something that's a little lower lot premium, you can pick one of the interior lots. Size range is about 1,700 square feet to just over 2,000 square feet. Again, remember, Toll does not finish basements, but you could have someone come in if you want that space. Say you want a ranch, you want to downsize to main floor living, but you have family that comes to visit, you want a space for grandkids, or you're still using stairs and you want a hobby space. You'll have something to work with, but you can get everything you need on that main floor. And last, this one is a little farther out, winter of next year, and also not in South Denver, but it's still always worth keeping you in the know. Toll is going to be in Painted Prairie. They'll be joining builders like Epic, who no longer exists, but was an excellent builder. Berkeley Homes, also a very good builder. So they are bringing some great company to that community. It's going to be attached style products. We do not have details. I'm expecting it'll be maybe something along the lines of what we're seeing at Heights DTC. That's not attached, but it's 3-story, and they're mentioning a 3-story product. Or what we're seeing at Parkview on Platte. Very nice high-end attached product. So we will have more details coming, but if you're looking at Denver but you're not ready to move for a while, that might be something if South Denver's not the only stomping grounds you're exploring. I have my fingers crossed that I'm going to see some announcements that Toll is going to be developing in Dawson Trails in Castle Rock or Tantera in Parker. The dirt is really just getting moving in these communities, so it's a little far out for them to be announcing anything, but I am hoping we'll see some more opportunities from top tier builders in these locations. I will keep you posted. I work closely with Melissa and Ann and Shauna Kay and Carolyn and Renee. So if you are wanting to connect with Toll or any of the other high class, high quality, top tier builders in the Denver market, please reach out. You know, I am happy to chat. And I will see y'all next week.